I'm very unhappy that my direct appeal to the township regarding a lack of curb along my property fell on deaf ears. Even though I pointed out that my neighbour below never had a curb, but now has one, was met with, well, they had a row of stone along the edge. Their edge was planted to the roadside with grasses, fir trees, and then banked with mulch. The stones help keep the mulch in place. We share the same hillside, but someone made the decision not to give me the same courtesy. A curb is needed to avoid excessive runoff, and we have had heavy rains. Sorry.
You're fine.
Young blood who did the resurfacing and the scraping of the road. When they scraped the road, they created a barrier along the side. That barrier, and I brought photographs with me, helped keep the heavy rainfall away. I want to know why every home up on the hill has a curb either side of the road, and I am denied one, even though part of my property is on the hillside. Yes, they came out, viewed it, and said, oh, we'll be back. We'll fix it out for your property. A little bit of soil, a little bit of seed, and that was it. It is totally unacceptable.
Excuse me, ma'am, what road do you live on?
Cranberry Lane in Cecil.
Cranberry.
Go ahead, any additional comments?
I would just like to add, it is a mess. I'm unable to run my riding lawnmower up and down it. I have to do it with a weed whacker, and I would honestly like to have a curb, like the rest of the hillside, to avoid runoff.
I honestly, I did see the email that you sent today.
Yes,
We-
I did send one this morning.
Yeah, I did see
You're a
that.
very busy lady. I didn't know if you got to read
We
it.
got it.
Yeah, we did get it.
Well, in
Can you
addition,
give us the opportunity, this is really the first we're hearing about it. Can you give us the opportunity to find out what's going on and see how we can get this fixed for you?
certainly, I would just like to add, I've lived there since 1985. I've always paid my taxes on time, and I've never called police or the fire department since I've lived here. Thank you.
Well, I think the least we can get you is a proper curb, so.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
This was that Youngblood that did that portion? So that would have been Joe Sykes. Do you have any insight, or you're aware of that property? Very well. All right, thank you, ma'am.
And it's Red Dog. The original road was Red Dog, so when it was straight,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay. Name and address.
Michelle Stonemark, 40 North DePauli. I have a quick question. Last year at this meeting, the June meeting, I believe it was June, either June or July, there was an issue that came up regarding the well pad that was approved on North DePauli Road. They had asked for a 1-year extension and from the township. Kara came to that meeting, and Kara Sheridan, and had asked for you to put that on hold until the following meeting so that we had time to discuss it with our attorneys. You denied us that privilege of having the time to speak with our attorneys about the 1-year extension. So I'm here now to ask you if you have received anything similar to that this year, or where the status is of the well pad in general.
Township manager stated no.
Yeah, we have not received any correspondence from Ranch relative to that well pad.
So no extension has been requested.
No, there was no correspondence received from Ranch Resources or any of its subsidiaries.
Can I ask that if you received something requesting an extension, that we're notified prior to you voting on it at the meeting?
I don't know if there's anything for the board to vote on.
Yeah.
I mean, if they request an extension, the board has to vote to grant it. Am I correct?
The board, I believe, if I recall, for that well pad, the board there was a 1-year extension for which they had to undertake some activity at that location.
Right, well, I believe that
Gonna expire.
that is going to expire, the 1 year is up.
Okay. They have not approached the board. I have not received any correspondence.
Right, so what I'm asking is, I'm asking the board if they do receive correspondence, asking them for another 1 year extension.
Then the board would have to publicly vote on that item, and as soon as it could happen would be the next meeting or.
Right,
I'm
and
not
what
sure
I'm
about
asking
that.
is, if that happens and they do contact you and say, hey, we want a 1 year extension, prior to you putting it on the agenda, will you please contact my family and my neighbors of all who are, you are all well aware, are in a lawsuit with this well pad, so that we have time to talk to our attorneys. Will you please at least give us that?
You can do that, right?
I mean, I can notify you. I'm not sure if you want to give me a list of all neighbors that you'd like to.
I mean, I can pass it
Just
along.
get that to the.
That's fine, yeah, as long as they're okay with that.
Okay.
We don't miss out.
In addition to any extension information, any correspondence, are we able to receive information about any updates on anything that they send to you?
That would have to be done under the right to know request, but I can't tell you I have received no correspondence from Range Resources or any company affiliated with them regarding the Augustine well site.
Okay, and again, this is, I'm going to read, because it is public comment, correct? Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to read an email that I have put together that I'll be sending to all 5 of you. I think I don't have your email, Ron, so I'll have Dawn forward it to you. With the looming court date ahead of us regarding the well pad on North DePauli Road, I would like to present the following information to you. We received this Friday from a friend of ours in Jefferson Hills. It discusses the awful realities of living in close proximity to a well pad, as you have approved in our backyard. I pray that you read this testimony and realize that those of us in this lawsuit have a total of 8 kids living and playing within 700 feet of this monstrosity. Here is my favorite part of this Supreme Court approved testimony. Baumgartner and the other residents with air quality monitors were warned that if the monitors read 200 or above for an hour or more, they should evacuate their homes. Baumgartner related that at one point his monitor registered 260, and he and his wife were forced to quickly leave their home. According to Baumgartner, this was not an isolated occurrence, as he detailed another incident which occurred on a sub-zero February night when the smell of diesel fuel inside his house became so strong he called the fire department. Once the fire department arrived, they recommended that he and his family immediately remove themselves from their home so they could bring in fans to blow the fumes out of their house. Baumgartner testified that he and his wife were forced to leave countless times in the middle of the night because of these types of incidents, and at one point, he and his wife had to stay in a hotel for 2 months. Even despite taking these measures, Baumgartner recounted that he developed a serious respiratory illness that he attributed to his exposure to these fumes. And this illness necessitated the hospitalization for a 5-day period, during which he was placed on a ventilator and given oxygen. Baumgartner noted that because of these worsened air quality levels and diesel odors, his daughter, who was 7 months pregnant at the time and living in their house with her husband, was forced to move out at her doctor's recommendations. Baumgartner also elaborated on his efforts to seek relief from these conditions from the DEP and the Federal Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, and recalled that both agencies informed him that they could offer no assistance due to the understaffing of their enforcement divisions and outdated laws which were ill-suited to address such events. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Yes, ma'am. Step to the microphone. State your name and address.
My name is Lisa Warner-Wolk. I live at 2046 Sir Patrick Drive in Windsor Woods. It just became apparent to myself and my husband, as well as I believe most of the neighbors in that area, that the well pad is located right behind our development, very, very close to a new development. And I understand that I believe this stems back for quite a few years where they proposed that well pad when the area wasn't developed, and now it's very, very fully developed. So I wanted to raise the concern that I have for myself and our newest community in regards to having a well pad and a drill site that close to our facility, our homes. So I wanted to share that, and I believe some of our neighbors are here to also share their concern with the whole situation that we have at hand. So we wanted to bring that to your guys' attention.
We're well, thank you. Anyone else?